What's up guys, my name is Zero Heroes and welcome back to more Cult Arms Gates of Hell. And as you know, I'm still on my holiday away from, but don't worry, this is a video that I've prepared for you guys today for, when I'm away, of course. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so today we actually have something I've actually caught up to the Talvasota DLC, which was released today, as of recording today, which is the Saturday 2nd of July, and this is development update 118. So this isn't actually really to do with Talvasota itself, but it's to do with it's just to do with the game development itself, if that makes sense. So as you know, the Steam Summer Sale has started, so it's currently on right now, as I've mentioned before. But I think they kind of want to emphasize it a wee bit more, which I'll be doing as well. So it says, so actually what I'm going to do is just zoom this in so you guys can see as well. Hope that's better, because I forgot to do that in my last video that I recorded, so hopefully now you can see it better. It says, Commanders, are you aware that we're in the middle of a sale? Besides that, do you want to find out more about our current development? Keep reading, which of course we all want to do. So the Steam Summer Sale, we're part of the Summer Sale, and as you may have noticed, since we have published Talvasota, online activity has increased dramatically as a result. Of course it would. When you bring out something brand new, like a brand new DLC which hypes up the whole game and the community, then of course your activity is going to actually it's going to go through the roof. And we're not only done yet. The sale will run for a few more days, so guys, a big tip there, the sale's only running for a few more days, so if you want to get it now, I would highly advise it. We see the community is growing every day, and this motivates us to keep going down the path we have been on with our game. And we have stated in earlier updates there is a lot more to come. So if you ever had a really good reason to prepare for the future, surely this is the time to seize the opportunity and get the RTS you know and want. So currently the DLC is £14 because I live in Britain, so we use pounds, but for euros I think that's €15. I think, don't quote me though, and for dollars I don't know, you're gonna have to work out the math. But let's say you want to maybe get Cult Arms Gates of Hell, so this includes Cult Arms, the original game, the Gates of Hell game itself, and you've also got the basic edition for Cult Arms, then that is going to actually cost you a really nice £15. To be honest, is this really worth it? Not really. I mean, you're actually better going with the whole complete edition, where you've got Cult to Arms, you've got the deluxe edition upgrade for Cult Arms, you've got the Gates of Hell original game, and then you've got the basic edition, you've got the season pass, and then you also have the Talvasota DLC. This is a brilliant deal. It's like a 62% off, which brings it down to £28 from £75. That is absolutely incredible. So a really good sale there. But if you're maybe like not sure whether you want to buy this game or not, maybe go for this one, because that means you get the game itself in the basic edition. But let's say you've played kind of like Men of Warsaw Squad 2 for a wee while and you kind of know what you're walking into, then go for the complete edition. You'll get literally everything, and I have all these, which is absolutely great. So if you want to, maybe you still don't know to decide what you want, go through my channel and then you'll see kind of what goes on in the channel. You'll see that I actually upload a lot of tutorials and tips and tricks that are on Cult Arms and Gates of Hell, so check that out. So now we're going to move on just another day at the office. At the moment, we are contemplating the possibilities to expand the existing factions even further. So currently there's 3 factions in the game. There's Russia, Germany, and the new added, which is Finland. Weighing our options while keep working on the next faction. I'm really excited to see the next faction. I have no idea what the next faction could be. I mean, I thought it would be Britain next, like the third faction, but it's Finland. So maybe this could be Britain. I'm not saying that because I am British, I'm Scottish, but I'm thinking it could maybe be Poland. I'm thinking the next faction could be Poland. I'm thinking, but what are your predictions for the next faction? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, the images in this blog shows you that what happens on any given day in our office when our level designers are doing what they do best. Create something realistic that offers some serious replay value. Here's a few images from a random new map which is a result of just another day in the office, the integration and purpose of which will be announced later. So let's kind of go through. So they want to kind of expand on the existing factions just now, which I already said. So Germany, Russia, I mean, they've already added the Lend-Lease doctrine for Russia, which include like a Churchill 3 and many other things, which was absolutely awesome, and a lot of you guys, and I especially, enjoyed that. But I think possibly they might add a new doctrine to Germany, which will be really cool, or they'll probably be adding more units, or maybe making it more realistic, maybe, or more historically accurate to units for Germany and possibly Russia. That's what I'm possibly thinking on what they could expand to the factions, or even add more existing tanks, such as more artillery pieces, more tanks, more infantry, and make it more of historically accurate, which is probably what I'm thinking. And also, like I said, I did mention the next faction. And then the other day, so this is the new map they'll be adding. They didn't say what the map is called, but here are just some really nice pictures you can see. So as you can see, we've got kind of like a train station, like a railway here, which I can imagine which would be possibly a good fight for kind of taking advantage, for slipping through around the flanks possibly, and even taking and coming round. But then you've also got this riverbed here, which you can see, which would be kind of a good place for maybe a tank fight. You can see kind of, but very vulnerable for kind of like when you have infantry going down that way, or tanks, then you're very vulnerable to artillery, so be careful of that. And then you've kind of got this field area with some tree lines, which will be good for infantry and possibly mortars as well. You can hide them, and snipers as well. But also the enemy do kind of have this high ground at the other end, which kind of doesn't really balance it well, because if they have the high ground, that really does kind of give them the advantage to kind of place up defensively while you're kind of trying to attack. And I don't know, I don't really know how I feel about this side, but the rest of the map is really good. But the fact is that if depends, like this photo depends where kind of like you're attacking from, defending from. Remember, these are just pictures, so I have no idea if you're able to attack from this way and then the enemy team is attacking from the other side. I have no idea, but personally, if this is true, then the enemy do get this high advantage point, which isn't really making it balanced and fair. Moving on, so this is the next picture. So again, this kind of comes towards the end of the railway, and as you can see, that's the bridge there. So you can see this is kind of like another bridge that you might fight out for. You can see you've got some good defensive positions, some sandbags, some rocks to take cover behind, some houses you'll be able to put your infantry in, and some bush lines as well to give your men some cover, and like a wee riverbed here where you can maybe hide your tank and then surprise, make a surprise and then bring them out, or even put some artillery down here to give them some nice cover as well, in case. But again, you are vulnerable to enemy artillery as well for that. So yeah, kind of like a nice spot here. It really depends kind of again which side you're attacking from. But then if you kind of coming from this kind of bush line up here, this rocky hill up here, then you do have the advantage of shooting down and getting the high ground as well. Alright, next photo, as you can see, we've kind of got a broken bridge over here, and then you've got, this is kind of like this side, so you've got this side here, which is the same broken bridge, but you're now pointing from the other side of the view, if that makes sense. So you can have this big patch and open area, you've got the bush line as well. This will be kind of a good kind of pushing through point, so your breakthrough point. If you manage to push your enemies back, then you can push through this broken bit and try and maybe get the capture point, maybe if it's in that area. And then, but they will have some defensive positions possibly up in the hill back here if the border allows you to go that far, or the enemy does have some quite good positions as well, such as the houses, the railway itself. You've got the kind of this lake area to your right over here, which they could take advantage of, so be careful. But you also have the advantage of kind of having a lot of bushes, a lot of trees to your advantage, and kind of sneaking through. And then you've got kind of this big open road here, as you can see. So again, you have this kind of high mountainside, which can easily be taken advantage of if the border allows you to go that far up. And as you can see, but unfortunately there's not a lot of cover around here, so you can't actually hide your men. The only thing you could possibly do is maybe get some sandbags, put them up, although there is kind of like this creek along the mountain here which you might be able to use for. But other than that, it looks pretty decent. You know, it's actually very well detailed. I actually love the amount of detail that goes into this game. You know, the scenery of it is absolutely insane. It's really good. I'm seriously you kind of got this weather. It's kind of like a misty, foggy weather where the weather isn't 100% clear, but you've definitely, like, the grass is so it's like, I don't know how to explain it. The grass, or the field I should say, is very green compared to like other games I've seen, such as in Call to Arms or Gates of Hell, and and Men of Earth Let's Go 2, and I know that sounds a bit simple, but when you realise that it really does, they've put in the Bardwire Studios have put a lot of detail into putting the environment, making it really special and something really awesome. So really appreciate that. And then you've kind of got the last picture. You've kind of, as I say, you've kind of got an open road here. You've kind of got your high mountains to your left, and you kind of got this kind of shallow to mid, path grass area to your right. And then, but to be honest, you're better using the high ground where you can get advantage of. And then, so that is the map, and to be honest, overall it does actually look really good. The only concern was that kind of if you're attacking from this way, from here, and then the enemy can get this high position here, which kind of makes it unbalanced and unfair. But I don't know, I could be completely wrong. This is just a testing map, so things are subject to change. And then lastly, the next milestone. We have already been working on the next milestone for a while. Development runs in parallel with the usual process of support for the existing packages. We will announce our plans soon. If you want to be among the first to find out, be sure to stay tuned. And that is it. So guys, there we go. That is development update 118 in the making right now. So guys, what do you think of the sale, and do you think these are really good prices? And also, what do you think of the new map that will be coming to the game? Do you think it looks really balanced and really good, or do you think that what I said is possibly true, or do you think differently in the fact that it's just too open and it's not really, a lot of cover? So let me know in the comments down below. But that is it, guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.